In 2020, over 181,000 applications for mail ballots were requested for the general election. And in fact, 65% of respondents to the poll voted by mail for the first time in 2020, the majority of which were under the age of 45. Permanently removing the witness or notary requirement from absentee ballots and having the ability to request absentee ballots online both received the overwhelming support of 60% of Rhode Islanders. To share more about this, I want to welcome Representative Catherine Kazarian.
It's nice to can everybody hear me? There we go. It's nice to take off the mask to be able to speak. It's good to be back to some normal things. Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for joining us today at our press conference for Let Rhode Island Vote. I am proud to sponsor this bill in the Rhode Island House of Representatives, and I'm even more grateful to all of my co-sponsors and colleagues who are here today to show their support for this legislation. The Let Rhode Island Vote Act is about voters in Rhode Island. It's about making it more accessible for them to participate in our democracy and vote during our elections. Last election, the General Assembly made temporary adjustments to make it easier for people to vote during the pandemic. Voters were allowed to vote early in person, by mail, and on Election Day. We temporarily did away with requiring a notary signature on the mail ballot, since modern technology made this requirement cumbersome and redundant. We also temporarily removed the requirement for an excuse, which was necessary for early in-person voting or for voting by mail. By removing these antiquated barriers and giving our voters easier access to more options, Rhode Island had more than 500,000 people, our all-time record high, vote during the last election. Absolutely. And we want to keep this momentum going. We want to continue to give Rhode Islanders options when it comes to voting, allowing them to make a plan to vote that best suits their schedules. At a time when other states are passing laws to restrict voter access, Rhode Island has an opportunity to show our constituents that we want to make it as simple as possible for them to participate in our democracy. By passing the Let Rhode Island Vote Act, we will continue to modernize and streamline our voting process. It will allow us to keep in place the changes that helped Rhode Island reach that all-time record high of voter turnout, and it will reinforce the most important message of all, that the voices of our voters matter. Thank you.
Thank you.